Hey, what's up, Ninja Clan? Daddy Louie here. In this video, we are going to be making a sealed deck for Star Wars Unlimited Spark of the Rebellion. Um, what our good friend Atomic Ninja G has dubbed this pre-release format. It's actually just a sealed format. So we have 6 packs of Star Wars Unlimited, which I have not opened. We're going to open them together, and we're going to make a 30-card deck, which we would use in a sealed game, and we are going to use that in a game against our good friend Atomic Ninja G. So I want to kind of walk you through my process. I've done this a few times in my local game stores, and it's worked out pretty well for me, I guess. But honestly, with any sealed or any draft, it's the luck of the draw sometimes. So I'll walk you through what I do, process behind it. Now, before I open these, I wanted to say real quickly, my friend Eric, shout out to everybody in my local Star Wars Unlimited group. My friend Eric, he swears that when you open a fresh booster box, the top right pack always has a legendary in it. We're going to see if we can prove him wrong. Well, I'd love a legendary, so maybe I don't want to prove him wrong, but we're going to see if that's true. This is the top right pack of a freshly opened booster box. So let's get into that one first. I'm not going to go over every single card necessarily, but what I am going to do is start laying them out and explain to you guys what it is that I'm doing and why. So the first things that we need to look at and consider is the leaders, because we can only use the leaders that we pull. So Cassian Andor is one of the leaders that I can use here in this. Trying to remove some of that glare there. So I can use Cassian. As far as bases go in sealed format, you can use any common base to get your color. Even if you don't pull it, the store is supposed to have extras for you. And then if you want to use a rare base, you have to pull it from a pack, obviously. So the first thing I do here is just kind of start making little piles and mental notes of the combinations that I have. And then I start going through the cards and I start separating them by color. So we've got a blue, a red, and then I also make stacks. Let's move Cassian over here. Cassian and Kestra City we'll put down here. So we've got, like, you know, your villainy stuff, your neutral stuff, your heroism. So like this is neutral. We got green. And then we have true neutral cards, right? So this is a neutral. I want to put that off to the side, actually, because we typically don't use those. Let's put this here. I'm kind of failing at this. I usually have more space in an environment. Oh, we got a Count Dooku. So we want to start thinking about our rares and our legendaries that we get. So not a legendary, sorry, Eric. However, we do have a common hyper foil Asteroid Sanctuary, which is great. We'll put Count Dooku here. So far, pretty even spread. Nothing really sticks out to me. I'm kind of stacking some Rebel stuff here if I draw into a Leia, because we also have these as Rebels. We do have an Imperial Walker, but not anything else really Imperial. So right now we're leaning definitely towards Rebel size. Rebel side, sorry. Our next leader is, okay, another Cassian Andor. So right now, this box wants me to play as Cassian. And I guess I could use this side over here. It might be a little easier to see, although it's dark on that side, but it's alright. So you can kind of see here what I'm doing, right? So I've got my main colors here, and then light or dark, depending on what I'm doing. Consortium Star Viper, that's an auto include if I'm playing that color combination. And I'll explain. It's just super good. It's a 3/3 for 3 that has restore to if you have initiative. So if you're actively looking for initiative, it's really helpful. Rebel Pathfinder Hyperspace, that's pretty cool. Fifth Brother, that's a great card. I don't know how well it fits into any of these decks, but it is Imperial. Takedown. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So we have a Hyperspace non-foil Mace Windu. Very, very cool. So now the game really wants me to lean into that red good stuff there. Ooh, that was in the uncommon slot. Because then we have a rare Don't Get Cocky and a uncommon Force Throw. Don't Get Cocky is that there. Super happy about that Mace Windu. Probably gonna want to try and build a deck around that, just because, especially in a sealed environment, you want to play with the good stuff. Okay, the leader we got is IG88, so we're still leaning towards red, which is making the other colors a little less interesting. But IG88 is not my favorite. Attack with a unit. If you control more units than the defending player, the attacker gets... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. Super Laser Technician, best card in the game, in my opinion. Rebel, our Alliance X-Wing. So again, really leaning into the Rebels here. We are starting to get a little more red villainy stuff. So we have a Waylay, which is a great removal card, and we also have a Don't Get Cocky, which is also a great removal card. So that leans me a little bit towards Cunning, because now I'm looking at cards that synergize well with any color, basically. Chewbacca Overwhelming Barrage is amazing removal. Paired up with Super Laser Technician, that has me considering green Imperial, but we don't have any leaders to play that. So Sabine Wren, she's great unit card. Again, is red heroism. Bendu, not a great card in this format necessarily, but and then we have a foil Outer Rim Headhunter. Bendu is good, but Bendu costs, unless you're playing double blue, which we won't be. Alright, now we're going into pack number 4. We got that Mace Windu Legendary. Okay, we got Grand Inquisitor. Also not one that I would like to play in a sealed format. So right now Cassian is still looking like our best option. Metal Ceremony, lots of good Rebel stuff, but man, we're getting some good green villainy stuff as well. I got some Jawas, a Swoop Racer, TIE Fighter, Shoot First, Bright Hope, that is silly good card, but we're not leaning towards green at the moment. Force Choke, we have a Security Complex, which is a rare base that we could play, and then we have a foil Restored Arc. Alright, let's take a look at this here. Give a shield token to a non-leader unit. I don't know that that's great in this format. I think 30 health might be better than that. And unfortunately, that takes up a rare slot from us. So now we're behind. There we go. We got another leader. Chewbacca could be a good pick for us if we could do like blue-red. Although my blue picks haven't been as good as my yellow, as we can see from my stack. Green Squadron A-Wing, we have 2 of those now. Both of those are very good cards. Still leaning towards Cassian at this point. Although, like I said, I could do Chewbacca red. Advanced TIE Fighter. Getting a lot of good... Oh, there's a legendary. I just skipped right to it. Alright, so we have a home 1. Definitely not a great card for sealed format. It's a great card, just not for this format, really. But happy to get another legendary. And now we have the Super Laser Technician in foil. Okay. Now we are on our last pack. Depending on what the leader is in this pack, I'm going to say Cassian Cunning is probably what we're going for. Oh, but there's Tarkin. Okay, that changes my decision a little bit. I wouldn't get to play Mace or the Grand. We'll come back to it. Alright, so we got Tarkin and Capital City. And then we can kind of rush through this a little bit to get to the good stuff, which is the decision making, now that we have all of the leaders pulled out. Seventh Legion's good. I see a foil hyperspace in the back, which is always appreciated. We have the Seventh Sister, and it is a common repair. Okay. So right now, Grand Inquisitor, deal 2 damage to a friendly unit with 3 or less power and ready it. You really have to kind of build your deck around that capability. This capability is not generic enough, in my opinion, for a limited format like this. So I'm going to say Grand Inquisitor is out. IG-88, very similar to what I just said with Grand Inquisitor. It's not very generic. It's very specific. The more units you control, then you're defending. Like, you have to swarm the board, and you can't always do that. Cassian is doable. His ability is if you dealt 3 or more damage to an enemy base this phase, draw a card. So you could, in theory, throw a bunch of stuff down on the table to get quick damage. So I'm going to say Cassian is a possibility. Tarkin is definitely a possibility with some of the cards that we got there. And then Chewbacca, all I got for Rebel Blue was the ARC 170s, although I got 3 of them. And they are pretty good. Alright, Chewbacca might be an option too. So I've kind of limited it down a little bit. Alright, so looking at Chewbacca, I know I have 3 restored ARC 170s. Looking at Cassian, I have 2 Green Squadron A-Wings, as well as a Sabine and a Mace. I kind of like this more than this. Going to Tarkin, 2 Super Laser Technicians, an Overwhelming Barrage, and a Seasoned Shore Trooper. So Tarkin says, give an experience token to an Imperial unit. So it has to be Imperial. So I have 1, 2, 3 Imperials here. I have 4 Imperials here. I could go red. So I could go Tarkin red, which would also give me those 2. Let's see, 5th brother. This unit gains raid 1 for each damage on him. On attack, you can deal 1 damage to him. That's pretty good. When this unit deals combat damage to an opponent's base, you may deal 3 damage to a ground unit that player controls. Force choke seems okay. And I kind of like Tarkin red, if I'm being honest. Also, too, I want to play units that I've never played before. Or leaders that I've not played before in this format. And we're taking a little more time than maybe we should. Although you usually get about a 30-minute window to make a deck. My blue cards are not great. So I might shelf the Dooku's great, but he's not Imperial. Death Trooper's great. I think I'm going to take Chewbacca out of the running, mostly because this pool here is not great. Had I pulled like a Luke instead of a Mace, then maybe. So it takes us to Cassian or Tarkin. Looking at my green cards here. I have a lot of green cards. Looking over to yellow to see if there's anything in yellow. Having a Don't Get Cocky or Waylay would be really good. And I do have these 2 Imperial ships, which are pretty good ships. My concern at this point would just be space. I don't have enough space units if I go green-red. I have 1 red ship that is universal. I have 1 green ship. So I have those 2 ships. The TIE Fighter and the TIE Advance. So I have 4 ships, and that's it. I don't love that. But if I go with Cassian... Oh, this goes up here. If I go Cassian yellow, it gives me the Waylays. It gives me 2 Green Squadron A-Wings. It gives me this. I don't think there was any ships in here, was there? Oh, the Headhunter. So that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would give me 5 ships. Oh, man, this is tough. This is a tough decision. I kind of almost want to make two different decks because I think I could do it, right? I would go... No, I wouldn't be able to do it because of the red. You know what? Let's see if I can get a hold of our good friend, the Atomic Ninja G, live right here while I am talking to you guys. Let's see. Mr. Atomic Ninja G. The deck you made from packs, was it a hero deck or villain? Need to know ASAP. Let's see what he says. Through the power of editing. I've not played either of these leaders. Cassian. Let's see what their other side says. So Tarkin says on attack, you can give a experience token to another Imperial unit. Cassian says if you've dealt 3 or more damage to an enemy base this phase, draw a card. But you have to spend one. I would need lots of little guys to make him work. I have these. Those are pretty good. And if I did Cassian, I mean, that's small, and that's good. You know what? I'm gonna go villain. Enough Tarkin around. So I'm going to go Kestro City with Grand Moff Tarkin. Decision made. So I'm going to put everything else off to the side. So Tarkin, Kestro City. So we know that we need Imperial units. So let's put out our units in numerical order, starting with the ships. I'm sorry, not starting with the ships. So being able to get into our AT-STs because of the because of those super laser technicians is very good. I'm putting my... I might not have enough units. That might be an issue. I don't want to put a lot of high cost stuff in, but having some ramp is good. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough units. Oh, that's not a unit. That's a attachment. And a Wampa. Let's see, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yikes. 19 is low. Could go 20, 21, 22 with those. They're just not great. But I might not have a choice here if I'm gonna play this color. And then these are my abilities. So I would definitely take Overwhelming Barrage. and strike true, because they are removal cards. Maximum firepower is pretty good with the ATSTs. I don't like recruit, it's too slow. Open fire is pretty good. It's just 4 damage straight up. I don't like forced surrender. How many am I missing now? I think I need 8, which is a lot. I put these 2 in. I don't like precision fire. Although I have a lot of troopers. Troopers. No, I don't really like precision fire in this case. Force throw, choose a player. That player discards a card from their hand. Then if you control a force unit, you may deal damage equal to the cost. I do have some force units in here, but I don't think it would be consistent enough. This becomes a 1 cost if I have 5 damage to a non. But they get to draw a card. That might be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I need 1 more card. 1 more card. You know what? Saboteur ignores Sentinel and defeats shields. Okay. Or you can make a player discard a card from their hand. Nope. I'm sticking with that. So there we go. There we have our deck. Let me put these over here. So we have 2 upgrades. We have 6 events. I don't like having this many events and not more units. But we're going to check something out in just a second and see if this was the right pick, the right way to go. We have a pretty decent curve. We're a little top heavy, which makes me nervous. But the ramp of the super laser technicians and a 30 card deck seems very good. And we can try and keep units alive, the Imperial units alive, with Grand Moff to get into that stuff. So that's kind of where my head is at right now. However, I am going to very quickly check out the other deck that I could have done. So let's set that off to the side. Let's pull Cassian. I'd probably go Cassian Ambassador's Tower. And that would give us access to these units here. It would give us access to Mace, which is a 7, 4, 5, 2, 4. Swoop Racers 3. I'm just putting the units down. Lots of Rebel Pathfinders. Holy smokes. Yeah, see, it's really light. There's not even, I mean, this is pretty light, but I'll be able to draw cards quickly, right? So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Am I missing a color? Just the red from the other stuff, right? Which red units was only, so there's less. So we got that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 more I could add. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's see what the other adds would be. More 2s, which I don't like necessarily. Another 3. Another 4. That's it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Ooh. 26. Missed him. 27. 28. Let's see. Shoot first. Ooh, but I kind of like all the. I like all these, to be honest with you. Maybe I take these out and put these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. What do you guys think? He still hasn't gotten back to me, so I think I'm gonna make this deck, keeping in mind the things that I can switch over from deck to deck, and then you will have to go and watch our game and tell me which one, and see which one I have decided to play. Both of them seem fun. I don't know. This one is very light, and the other deck was very heavy. But with Cassian's ability to deal, I don't know. I think Tarkin might be the better draw, but we'll see. I've taken up enough of your time. I hope that you enjoyed this, watching me kind of go through the process. We're just in at around 35 minutes. That's exactly what my LGS gives us to make decks, 35 minutes. So this would come right in there. And I made 2 decks. I probably wouldn't have done that in the store. But this kind of goes through the thought process, right? So as you're opening your packs, you want to keep in mind the leaders that you've pulled, and that way you can kind of get a feel for what your options are as you're opening up the packs. Some people I've also seen open all of the packs, take the leaders out, spread the leaders out, and then as they're sorting their cards, they can kind of keep in mind which leaders are good. I might try that the next time I make one of those videos. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. Let's see other ideas that you might have for different videos that I can make around Star Wars Unlimited. So yeah, do all those things like comment, subscribe, share, leave comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. And as I always like to say, take care of yourself, take care of each other, play your games, paint your miniatures, and I'll see you in the next video.